shower. She can't get near me. Only I give a conversation to a Siri. My pants are mirrored. Yes, I want it clear.
Buckets!
Hey, man. Why you standing here? Go work on your game. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man.
get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Brandon Ingram's out there with Monroe. And it's Jones in at the small forward.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound decisions.
Hayes down low. Monroe on him. Hayes finds Cunningham. Down low. Noel. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
An assertive play in the pick and roll. I love how Cade Cunningham cuts apart the defense with his passing.
Got that one up quick.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Now the pass to Bay. This is to Bagley. Cunningham drives in. The layup missed.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Ingram. Again, the Pelicans score.
Having a relaxed style, Ingram is sometimes accused of lacking passion. Not, but he plays with a lot of heart.
Back to Hayes. He dishes it to Bagley. Cunningham outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
That hit takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Jones. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Outstanding focus by Valanciunas on the shot. He is just a big, strong player who brushes off opposing defenders.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Jonas Valanciunas.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
Here's Monroe. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Passes it to Jones. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Hayes dishes to Cunningham. From down in the low post, it goes. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the impression that he had taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
And the Pistons making a change here. Olynyk checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Older. David.
Thanks. Earlier, I spoke with Stephen Silas. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time, and he thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thanks for that report. Focusing on the defensive end. Greg, we'll see if they can get the stops.
Staying connected to shooters. I think if they can do that, they have a great chance to be successful.
And that's going to take great communication out on the perimeter. Expect them to switch quite a bit.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
From 13, Cunningham's shot is off.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And Williamson gets it to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Cunningham. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Minnesota.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle. He brought energy. And he brought it on the glass.
He's with it, covered by Monroe. Detroit, no good that time either. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Jones. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Cunningham passes to Noel. Now Bay, defended by Jones. Over to the wing. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Quality pass from Sadiq Bey, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for it.
Monroe outside. Jones the pass to Valanciunas. And stolen by Bay. Fires the 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 7. Monroe looking around. On the wing, Jones. Back to Monroe. 5 on the clock. Cunningham. The offensive rebound. Williamson. And there's the bucket. Stayed with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Williamson's got his second bucket of the night. Pass to Bay. Cunningham up top. He's covered by Ingram. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here's Monroe. Boy, he was something else against Boston. Pass to Valanciunas. Kicks it to Jones. Ingram dishes to Valanciunas. Monroe left side. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Jones. That time in the assist by Monroe. Jones has got 6 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Now here's Hayes. Covered by Monroe. And Hayes kicks to Bay. Over Jones. And he overshot that one, missing.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Williamson uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
Now, here's Cunningham. 7 points in the game. Here's Hayes. Detroit, no good that time either.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Counted good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Timeout call, the Pistons. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Really a game to forget, all because they spent most of it hacking away.
So for the Pistons, Alec Burks checked in for Noel. Diallo comes in for Cunningham. And Ivy subbed in for Hayes. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Collin comes in for Jones. And the ball goes out of bounds last. The Pistons shooting around 40% from the floor here. Cade Cunningham out there with Lee. Then it's Noel. Then it's Bagley. And it's Burks in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Noel. Bagley, no good. Monroe outside. Back to Jones. Williamson trying to free himself up. Sinks that one from the post. Jones has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for New Orleans. That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And despite the double-digit lead, still in attack mode, getting their feet wet there in the paint.
To the paint, here's Bagley over Williamson. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And how about the strength on display there? Even when you whack Bagley, he's outstanding at fighting through it.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pelicans.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Now here's Lee, still looking for his first bucket in this one. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
Monroe against Lee. With the floater, and Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got his third bucket of the night.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Cunningham passes to Bagley. Now Cunningham. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And like a lot of top picks, Cade Cunningham had to deal with some adversity in his rookie season.
Greg, he had been part of winning teams for his entire life. He was introduced to just how competitive the NBA is. But he says it's only sharpened his focus.
And the Pistons making a change here. Hayes is checked in. Now here's Monroe. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Ingram against Cunningham. High post Bagley. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. 4 on the clock. Driving inside. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Now here's Monroe. He has 5. The pass to Jones. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Jones, no luck. Pistons trail by 21. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, clutch in the last time out against the Celtics was outstanding. He had 30 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. The Pistons have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Ingram passes to Monroe. Back to Ingram. Releases. And again, unable to change momentum here. Lets a floater go, and Cunningham with the layup. Cunningham's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Cunningham against Monroe. Ingram outside. Passes to Valanciunas. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists in the game. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
They're going to come your way.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. They trail by 16. Pass to Burks. Now Hayes. Shoots from 12. 5 to shoot. Here's Cunningham, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
Here's Bagley. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. A creator indeed. And the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Here's Hayes. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Noel dishes to Cunningham. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Monroe. And now the Pelicans on the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shoot from the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
Alvarado taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Pistons trail by 20. Pass to Burks. He kicks to Cunningham.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on. Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
Both good from the line that time. And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg, on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, so I think the percentages should come around.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 14. And there's the pass to Hayes. 6 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Hayes has got his second basket.
Great effort from Killian Hayes here, pushing through the contact and finishing well.
Monroe, the pass to Alvarado. Back to Monroe. Ingram kicks to Monroe. Shoots. And they get it back. Bagley against Jones. Here's Alvarado. Makes it off the glass. Alvarado's got his second bucket tonight.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Cunningham on the wing. Outside for Bagley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Diallo's checked in for Alec Burks. J.J. McCollum, he's checked in for New Orleans.
Get outside. Pick a right.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Cunningham's got 9 points in the quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 9. Over Diallo. Again, the Pelicans score.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Hayes kicks to Cunningham. Diallo against Ingram. Cunningham looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Floats one, and the layup is good. Cunningham's got 18 points in the game.
I know Cunningham is enjoying himself right now. He's playing hard and finding plenty of shots.
Monroe, the pass to Ingram, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
They've been doing a lot of things right in this game, but something they have to improve on is their ball security.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Olenek, he's checked in for Noel. Bay comes in for Bagley, and Ivy subbed in for Hayes. Now, here's Cunningham. 18 points for him. Over McCollum, on target from 13 feet. Cunningham's got 20.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Passes it to Nance. Kicks to McCollum. Over Cunningham. McCollum, no good. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against Boston. And here's Ivy. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Nance outside. Ball's knocked loose. Now Monroe. Over Ivy. Top of the key jumper on the mark from Monroe. Monroe's got his third basket of the night right there.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Pass to Ivy. He kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Ivy. Shoots over Monroe. Again, the Pistons good for two.
Yes, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now here's Diallo. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. And the pass to Ivy. From past the arc. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Detroit. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Devontae Graham's checked in for Larry Nance. 1:24 left in the second quarter. Cunningham outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Cunningham's got 23.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Pass to Graham. Kicks it to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. That one drops for him. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Now here's Diallo. He gives the team some steady offense, so they're under 10 points a game. Detroit making a switch. Lee's checked in. New Orleans leading by 18. Monroe outside. He takes it in. Graham gets a wide open look. And another 3 for New Orleans.
We know Graham has this range. He is a pretty confident three-point shooter.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Lee. Out left to the wing. Bay against Murphy. Now here's Bay. Defense is right there. Lee. And that one hits back iron. Monroe the pass to Murphy. And then Murphy with the dunk.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. New Orleans on top, running away with it. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's 5. We've got Monroe. Jackson Hayes is out there with Jones. Then it's Ingram. And it's Valanciunas in at the center. Now, here's Cunningham. Bagley finds Bay. Pass to Noel. Ingram against Cunningham. Shoots over Ingram. They grab their own miss. Chalk up 2 there. Bagley's got 5 points so far.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. The Pelicans have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. First free throw is good. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Bay. Back to Hayes. Cunningham outside. Noel trying to break loose. Pelicans pull it in. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Williamson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 10 points for him.
Because of Zion's strength and explosiveness, he's nearly unguardable around the rim.
The pass to Bagley. Cunningham outside. The shot's good from Hayes.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's Williamson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And that one's good, Williamson. Williamson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 23. Noel. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Pistons have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
For Detroit, Nerlens Noel taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for New Orleans. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. To the inside. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And that's 15 points for Clutch.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Ingram against Cunningham. Back to Hayes. Puts up a 3. Pelicans pull it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Monroe dishes to Valanciunas. With some arc, and the layup is up and in. Valanciunas has got 11 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Cunningham outside. Now here's Hayes, covered by Monroe. Bay against Jones. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead. Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
The Pelicans have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Bagley. And so Monroe nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And Hayes kicks to Cunningham. Passes it to Olynyk. Noel trying to break loose. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist by Cunningham.
A unique talent. Cunningham has the size of a wing and the skill of a point.
And for Kelly Olynyk, we know, Steve, his friendship with Corey Joseph goes back to grade school.
Kevin, they played together a lot growing up. Eventually, they both joined the Canadian national team and finally got to team up in the NBA when Olynyk signed with the Detroit Pistons in 2021.
And Hayes kicks to Cunningham. Back to Hayes. To the middle. Pass to Noel. Jones against Bay. A three-pointer off the mark. The Pelicans have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
The defense can't stop a force like Zion. Once he's airborne, the slam is almost inevitable.
Now here's Hayes. He's got 6. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Valanciunas. Here's Ingram. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Bay finds Noel. Back to Bay, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And catch and release, not just about fishing. Sadiq Bey last season with the 4th most catch-and-shoot triples made in the NBA.
Greg, you were talking about how Bay is always in motion. He's always working so well off the ball, isn't he?
He is, Kevin. One of the league leaders in ground covered over the course of the season. And with all his minutes played, you know he's in tip-top shape.
Burks, he's checked in for Noel.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible. And so far, they've been super successful using this attack.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Ivy's checked in for the Pistons. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Here's Hayes. The Pelicans make their last shot. Outside, Jones. No good from outside. The Pistons have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Burks, the pass to Olynyk. Out to the wing. Now here's Hayes. He's tightly guarded. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Hayes has got 4 this quarter.
Smart play call from Hayes. He does a good job moving the pieces on the floor to get himself a look.
Back to Monroe. Pass to Valanciunas. Second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Valanciunas has got 15.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Hayes. 8 points for him. Bay kicks to Ivy. Olynyk trying to break loose. The shot by Ivy, no good. New Orleans gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play. For the Pistons, Diallo's checked in for Bay. Saban Lee's subbed in for Hayes. And then for New Orleans, Murphy's checked in, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Brandon Ingram. Now here's Lee. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost.
Talk about players. Steve, we talk about coaches and GMs. But not too much about owners and their effect on the game and the organization.
Kevin, the owners for me are A1. It starts from the top. They're the ones who hire the team president, GMs, and coaches. And certainly, there's some teams who have some great owners.
Diallo out there with Bay. Then it's Ivy. Then there's Marvin Bagley. And it's Cunningham in at the 2. That's the group for Detroit right now. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Substitution for your Pistons. Kelly Olynyk, Isaiah Rivers, Kevin Knox II, Corey Joseph.
Monroe against Joseph. Lock at 6. Monroe, the pass to Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
The pass to Daniels. Hernan Gomez with the ball. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. Good work there as it goes. Monroe's got 24.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Here's Livers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Third personal foul.
And the first one drops. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
Now here's Monroe. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Clutch.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball after the basket by Detroit. Here's Monroe. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 points.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Knox the pass to Olynyk. Here's Diallo. Good on the shot.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
With the assist.
So it's the Pelicans now. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Joseph against Monroe. Here's Hayes, and the shot is good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. with the way they could.
Shout out my nigga Cinco.